Alright, so defeat Ganon on GameCube. This route is, for the most part, super similar to Wii, but I will go through it. Of course, I'm using GZ. This is a special version that CADMix made, so shout out to him for doing that. It basically, because we don't have a GZ for GameCube currently, I believe it's actually in the works, but right now this is the best one we have, so if you join the Ocarina of Time Discord and ask for it, someone can help you out there. But the watches that we have are all right here, so I will have Link's linear velocity, which is just speed. I will have X, Y, and Z of Link, so those are also in there. And then the last four are the pause pixel frames, which I'll explain later when we get to. And of course camera and facing angle. But yeah, with those, we're going to obviously do the normal kind of stuff. Of course, for GameCube, we only need one stick. So I'll kind of go through that quickly, because it's pretty straightforward. And I'm assuming that people that are trying this GameCube route already kind of know the VC route. So we'll kind of just go from there. So from here, obviously, a couple different ways you can go about it. You can either side hop off, backflip off, whatever you want to do. If you're going to backflip off, you don't want to be top right. You want to kind of come out a little bit more up. Kind of like so. And obviously we're going to get one stick. Right here, obviously, you can just backflip or side hop to get closer. Obviously, we are going to do Forest Escape. That is totally up to you how you want to do it. I will just show you the easiest way, kind of like I did in the last video with one ESS turn. Alright, so the easiest way to go about this, obviously it's the same as last. You're going to line up, and we're going to do one ESS right. And obviously the rest I'll show you right here. So we're going to come line up. Right about here is where I like to line up, kind of according to that white texture in front of Link. So you're going to target the wall, one ESS to the right, retarget, side hop left, backflip and in the air pull stick, slash once, side hop right, jump like so, going through here. Obviously, we're just going to make our way just like before in Wii. Alright, and from here, this is where our first little trick I'm going to stop and explain is, because obviously we are not going to do the normal West from back here with stick, because we only have one. So we are going to do it up here, so we're going to line up kind of where I am facing the kind of fence post, just a little off to the right of it. Normally, obviously, you back walk, but since I was showing you, I'm gonna come up here, side hop left, and kind of just back walk up here to save a little time. And then from here, we are going to come off to the left of it, because obviously right here you can see it's straight. So we're gonna come off a little bit to the left. We're going to hold up and do one roll. That will kind of set our length, or how far we want to be down. Because obviously you don't want to be all the way down here for it. So you're going to come, just do like one roll, and it's pretty, depending on the speed, it's kind of, you know, lenient, but we're going to do one. We're going to side hop, and in the air, we're going to start holding down. We're going to want to try to be in the high to mid 30s. 40 I believe is fine, so we're going to hold down. And we're going to try and get a GigaFues, or whatever you want to call it. So you can see my top watch is Link's linear velocity. The highest speed you can get for this Fues is 7.5. So of course that's the goal, but typically what we will actually get is like 6.5. But we're going to hold down like so, and Link's going to come up on this slope, and we have this entire time to switch to ESS. Obviously you want to try an ESS down right. If you're still new, you might try and do right. Whatever you'd like, but we'd obviously recommend downright. And obviously from there, you know, you're just going to keep holding it. Obviously that's a 7.5, which is super nice, but typically I believe standard is what you'll get for the most part is 6.5, to be honest. But alright, so full speed will look like so. Now I got very lucky here getting a 7.5. Typically you'll get 6.5, which is fine, but obviously to re-target, you just let go of target and go back, and that will change the actual angle. But even if you get, let's say you get like the really slow one, right, 3.9, You still want to keep holding it, just so you skip the owl. We'll come up the stairs, and there'll be a white texture on the right we'll look for. That right there. So this like white texture, let me get Navi out of the way, right here that we're against. Once you see that, you're kind of just good to start rolling. Alright, and once we enter CAC, we're going to go do our similar corpse push, skull push, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to come over to the well. Obviously there is sound cue, which I'll show you because we made it in time. Sometimes you won't if you're late. You won't have this music here in CAC. But since we do, I'll go ahead and show you guys what that cue is. So I'll keep this one long continuous kind of no cut so we can listen to the music. So let's just listen real quick. So that right there is the cue. You can hear the music kind of go down, the beow 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 beow. On that second kind of up, you want to do it. So obviously the save state kind of messes it up because the music will keep going similarly. But if you need to rewind, hear that, and also you can watch any run. You'll also hear it and kind of get a feel for what part in the song for the actual music here in town that you'll want to go on. But obviously just Navi dive and go in. Alright, so corpse push. I'm not going to go crazy into detail on this. I'm going to link Arthur's video down below. This clip I'll just show you here of it actually being done so you can see. But of course, since there are so many moving parts to this trick, I'll just link Arthur's video because he does a very good job explaining it. As you can see though, on screen I am doing it right now. This is what it looked like. Of course we're doing this so we can get choose, and we'll kind of pick up there after choose once we do this. Alright, from here, we're going to climb up here, obviously, and then we're going to go get ourselves that pot, break it for the stick, go get us a key, and then we're going to go to a room that will give us a Deku shield, and we're going to die as well. Alright, now of course the room in here, I will show you here in collision. Obviously you have to be careful in this room. Let me go show you why. Whoops. The green is where we can stand in here and find those kind of squares that you can see that are not green. You will fall through, so of course you have to come around like so, and then make your way to the chest and grab it without falling in. So we'll do that. And then obviously we're going to die here, because it will be the quickest way for us to leave. So we're going to get hit on purpose. Try to stand in this BMOS way. He's kind of facing the wrong way. And we're going to die, and no save, continue. Alright, and once you've gotten here and we have cleared the bottom of the well, we will of course leave. And we're going to come up here and we're going to do our next little trick. So we're going to get ready for gate skip. So we're going to need lunge storage, which of course we will hold up and tap our C button that has our stick. So we're going to pull out our stick. We're going to at the same time hold up on the stick and tap the C button that we have our Deku stick on. So it'll look like so. You'll see Link kind of fall for a second, catch himself. That's what we want. And we're going to make our way on over. Alright, and last time I showed you guys the very beginner one where you break this obviously in the rock. I'll show you guys a little more advanced one this time. So come into this corner like last time. ESS all the way to the left. Let me pull up my watches actually, not sure why those are off. Go ESS all the way over to the left. And we're going to ESS right once. And we're going to do a roll. And ESS that one back to the left, so we're back to where we were just a moment ago. Side hop right, side hop left, tap A, let go of target, retarget. During this side hop, we'll pull stick and let go of target. tap target for him, ESS to the right, like so, and then 2 ESS to the left. And then from here, we're going to target and pause, so it should sound and look like this. So we don't actually want to target him anymore like that, we just want to get kind of a frame or two of target. So from here, we're going to unpause and tap A, and we'll clip through. So I'm sorry if that seemed very quick and rushed. If you have any questions about that, you can join the Ocarina of Time Discord. I'm just kind of assuming that this tutorial is for the people that already kind of learned the VC route and are probably familiar with that. But of course, if you liked the last setup that I showed you in the other tutorial, just keep using that if you want. But that one was just a little quicker. Again, Ocarina of Time Discord, that will be in the description if you have any questions about that setup or anything about this run. But yeah, assuming you have 10 bomb shoes just like I do and you're following this route, you can do this Hess right here. This is up to you. It's kind of, there's no reason to not go for it doing this route, because even if you do mess it up like so, it doesn't matter, you can still continue to make your way up there, because for this version you do want it and need it to be night. Whereas for VC it had to be day, so if you missed that, there was a good chance it was going to turn day, or sorry, night, and then the trick would not work. But for this, luckily, we don't have to race against that clock of time of day, so nighttime is actually what we need, and we will enter DC just like so. From here, it's going to be similar to the way we blow up this wall. We're just going to roll, obviously, and do our little back chew drop like so, and we're going to go and do our mega flip just the same as before. Obviously, I'll show you that right here. Alright, and of course once we're here, we are going to do the same as before, backflip, side, tap A, and from here we're going to do a mega flip, and this is where it will start to be different from Wii VC. So everything up until now, at least for DC, was the exact same, so if there's anything you need to reference, you can reference my last video or the Discord for any questions. But from here we're going to do a mega, the same as before for last time. I will do it buffered and unbuffered to show you, so whoops, let me get to the frame. So after the frame after he blinks, let me show you again. So he's going to turn around, he's going to spot us like so. He's going to shut his eye like that, and that is your indicator for the next frame. This is the frame that we want to roll on, so we'll tap A to roll. And for obviously a mega flip, this right here is the exact frame that we want, where Link is hunched back, kind of like so with his arm, and we're going to backflip on this frame, like so. And that will actually give us the clip out of bounds that we need. Obviously, if you're to do it unbuffered, look like so. And obviously in midair, we're going to start holding left like I just did. So whatever way you want to do it, if you want to buffer it, like so, backflip. And then we're going to start holding left in the air. So obviously you got to like the target, that was my fault. I didn't think about it. Like so, all the way until you can see Link again, because obviously you saw the camera kind of panning, and you could see the actual like floor that we were, you know, kind of clipping through. Okay, so again, full speed, you're going to mega flip, then hold left in the air until you can start to see Link, like so. Gonna come and hold down, then we're going to ESS to the right, target, then we're going to do our ESS over to the left. We should have the angle 9E42, and from here we're going to do our 5 hovers. So these hovers are much different than the other ones that we did. This one are just straight backflip hovers because we're on GameCube and we can do that. So you're going to hold back, and you're going to, I'll just buffer it here, you're going to tap A, and you have 2 frames where you can shield and chew like so, and that will allow us to do hovers in midair, just straight backflips. So we're going to do 5 of those, and trust me, it's much easier than what you may think. So it's just tap A and then hold your chew and shield, so like so. And obviously 5 total will look like so. It's much easier than what it may look like. It may take a bit of practice, but much easier to get a hang of, and there's definitely no need to buffer. Alright, so I'll show you again from the top what that looks like. You just hold down, tap A, and immediately shield and chew. One issue a lot of people have, that I definitely had, is I was trying to go way too fast. So you actually kind of want to give it a moment for the explosion to dissipate, like so, until it's just kind of gone. Because if you go too quick, Link will just shield drop the chew and explode, and not give you any flip at all. So you want to give it that brief moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're here going to go to our next part. Alright, so once we're up here, and we've done all 5 hovers, we're going to ESS down and tap A. Obviously my camera unlocked because I'm just showing you, and I'm going slow, so that's fine. But we're going to do a little side roll until we get to this frame right here. So again, all I did was ESS down and tap A, and Link did like this kind of side roll. So we're going to come to this frame right here, where we will hold left and tap A, and Link will kind of backflip up right here. And you notice my X, my Y, and my Z coordinates, yours should match for being right here. Alright, and once you're here, I'll show you probably the easiest and most consistent setup, because there's a ton of different setups right now for doing this, and you know, I really struggled to pick which one to show for this video because there are so many. Like, everyone has their preference. I do a distance mega, for example, with my own setup at the end. Everyone kind of does a little different, but I'll just show you assuming beginner and the first setup. So once you're up here, you're going to target and hold back like so. So Link stops, ESS off to the left, and we're going to target the BMOS. We're going to tap A like so, and then let go. Going to 1 ESS to the right. And it's nice because if you do over ESS like so, you can just tap to retarget him to get the same angle. So 1 ESS to the right. From here, we're going to quickly target and then side hop left. And in the air, let go of target. So it sounds kind of awkward, but we're going to, it's going to look like so. Definitely recommend making some save states and trying that. But obviously we should get B20D. From here, C up, look down, so we can target like so, and just let go. Back walk again, 1 ESS to the left. Should be B915. Same thing, walk backwards. And now we're going to do our mega. So we're going to hold ESS down like so. Pull a chew, and we're going to drop it. And we have the next 4 frames that we can roll on while holding ESS down. It would look like so. I'm going to do it again. So we have 4 frames, so you don't need to buffer it. You can just do it like so. But drop, roll with ESS down, then you can let go after you do the roll, you're fine. And the frame we're looking for is going to be this one right here. You can hear the shield kind of flick, and it's going to look, Link's position will look like this. You will hold down left and tap A on this frame, like so. Then we will land over here out of bounds. Alright, and just like the other mega that we did, this one's also possible to do it unbuffered if you wish. Obviously, it definitely is more advanced because it is frame perfect on the last like little back side hop, whatever you want to call that. But it's not crazy hard, but obviously for beginners I wouldn't recommend that, but I just want you guys to know that it is possible to do these things unbuffered so you can get them done pretty quickly once you get practice with it. But from here, you can either flick right like so. Obviously I wouldn't recommend that because even just there Link took a little right step, but you can shield turn to the right. We're going to side hop right, left, we'll do that one more time. We're going to do 1, 2, 3 side hops, let go of target, retarget, so we target this wall. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 side hops to the right. You want to be very, very careful to not take any steps in between those side hops. So make sure instead of holding, let me just show you right here, so you don't want to hold left and try and do it like this. You want to actually just flick it and prevent Link from taking any like little micro steps like that. Yes, once you do all 6, you're going to just turn around, and from here, do 1 roll. And this next part, you can, if you want to, pause buffer this. Personally, I don't think it's all that necessary. I think just a little bit of practice and you'll be fine. But we're going to side hop to the left. In midair, we're going to pull a chew and continue to hold left until this frame, like so, where we will drop it just by holding shield. and you'll see my value will come to 4F, my second watch at the top. That is the value that we need for this trick, of course. That is our entrance for the actual fight for the warp that we're going to be doing. So it needs to be 4F. Anything else, the warp still may work, but it will just take you somewhere else. So again, I don't believe, you know, like if you really can't seem to get it, with some practice you can buffer it, but it's really not all that necessary. But again, once you get 4F, we're going to come down this hallway, and it's pretty loose. I like to come for this little dark angle right here, but we're going to target this wall, turn around, just going to hold down to make sure we're in here, tap A, let Link fully stand up before you do this next part. You don't want to, you know, stop him early or anything, just let him fully stand up on his own. And while still holding target, we're going to tap stick and shield right after. We're going to do that a total of 3 times. So full speed. Let me show you from here again. So 4F is what we need. Come down this hallway again, generally down to here. And then 3 little shield stopped slashes. And we should have 305.31, which is what we need. From here, ESS left, till we get to obviously C1000, or C000 technically. Walk out from there, kind of come straight back. We're going to ESS over here to the angle of E328, and we're going to wait for the camera to fully zoom in. So you can see when I press target, the camera's still moving in, obviously. You want to wait for that to fully be done. Okay, so now we get to the annoying part to explain. Once we're fully zoomed in, we need to pause and frame perfect unpause. And we need to do that twice and not let any frames happen in between. So when you pause, if you hold a direction, you can hear the cursor move. So you kind of hear that. When we're doing this, you do not want to hear that at all. So we're going to pause, hold any direction like left or right, and we're going to try and unpause before that happens at all. So that right there, you didn't hear it move at all, even though I was holding, because it was a frame perfect unpause. We need to do that twice, and we need to not let any frames happen in between either of those pauses. So let me try and show you what I mean. Okay, that was bad. Good. Good. So the last two where I said good, obviously you did not hear the cursor. You didn't hear this at all. And no movement happened. That's what you want. And you can tell by my, 4 watches down there, the values that they are now, that means they are good. And obviously in a run you have no way of knowing, but in GZ here you do. And it should look like so with all those watches. Let me put them on screen one more time. So that's where they are. If you want to look, these are all the ones I have up. So you can copy those there. But once they match mine, you're going to untarget, kind of down left flick, target this wall. Going to do some side hops with no steps in between, like so. And once we're over here, we're just going to jump off in this general direction towards that podium. And that will actually give us the warp to where we need to go. So let me try and show one more time full speed these pauses, because it's kind of annoying to explain. So I'll say good if it worked and it was frame perfect, and I'll say bad if it wasn't. So bad, good, good. Alright, and of course, kind of like I was saying, once you get those pauses, down left click, going to side hop, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then from there you can just hold left, and then up right as Link actually jumps off, and from there you'll get the warp. So yeah, again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out in the Ocarina of Time Discord, as well as you can just comment if you have any questions. Hopefully I can try and answer them to the best I can. But yeah, thank you.